Cobain? Have you, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right?
Hey fam,
Yeah.
welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Thank you guys, man. You guys showed some love on yesterday's video. It felt good to be back in the 10,000 range, right? Let's get it back. Let's get it back. Let's beat 15,000, right? Why not? Anyways, y'all, we're back. We're back with another reaction today. We got another one. We got another 45-minute one. I know the last video I said it was 50 minutes. A lot of copyrights came through, so I had to do some last-minute editing. Today, we're going to do a little different. Apologize for some of the editing. If you notice some clips got cut off, that's why on YouTube. Sometimes I let you delete the song, sometimes I don't. But anyways, y'all, let's get into this reaction. We got a good one, 45 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be sure to show some love, leave some good comments, and again, don't believe none of these clips you see in these videos. These are all for entertainment purposes only. None of them are real. Let's get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
Vietnam just experienced its strongest typhoon as of yet this year, y'all. This typhoon had raging winds hitting 156 miles per hour. If that typhoon was over here, this would be categorized as a Category 5 hurricane. This thing is so strong that they are calling it a super typhoon, y'all. Do you guys see the winds out there? Look at that. You can't even tell if that's... Wow, listen. They can't even keep the doors closed at the hotel. This typhoon caused lots of flooding and as well as landslides. A lot of people are left homeless because their homes got destroyed by the high winds and water. The death toll thus far has risen to 159 people. Y'all see that? That's crazy. I be telling y'all those clouds are not normal. Look at this. Bro, are you kidding me? Yeah, this is what Vietnam has experienced, y'all. 2024 is definitely a year to be remembered, especially in Asia. Asia has been getting it, y'all. I told, like, China still going through it. I just don't post those videos anymore because why? Literally every single day, almost every single day, China has been getting it.
There's our president, y'all. That's like me wearing a Cowboys hat right here. You know what I mean? You wouldn't catch me dead with a Cowboys hat on, even if it was free. Now, I might flip a Cowboys hat on eBay, but you'll never catch me wearing one. He was wearing a Trump hat. Whether it was a joke or not, he put that hat on, right?
No, chat, I'm not even joking. Everything in America is meant to keep. Do you know why they make everything healthier in Canada? It's because it's free healthcare here. Meaning, everything's healthy. So they don't have to pay for your healthcare. So people don't get sick. So, I'm not even joking. I literally cracked it. Well, Mac cracked it and told me. But, yeah, same shit. But, bro, like, isn't that crazy?
What people don't know is that...
I mean, it's terrible. I don't like it. But... that's the business, right? America is one giant business. We pay a lot for a piece of gauze at the hospital. What, $50, $100 for that on the bill? It makes sense that everything in the grocery store puts you in the hospital. Everything in strip malls, alcohol store, liquor stores, McDonald's, fast food on every corner puts you in the hospital. It makes sense. If there's free healthcare, guarantee all this stuff would be disappearing.
Hudson County, New Jersey. Northern New Jersey is the #1 place in the country where they have the most UFO sightings.
Really? Northern New Jersey.
Look it up, Jamie, if you get a minute, please, not to be rude.
But isn't that like near a couple airports?
No, it's closer to like you know, like when you live in New York City and you look at the Hudson River.
Mm-hmm.
They say that people go on their balcony, they're drinking coffee, they're talking on the phone, and they'll see a little flying saucer go by.
Really?
And I know for a fact that in 1976,
a little one.
Whatever the fuck they are. I know for a fact that in 1975 and 1976, you could check me out on this. a UFO landed in Hudson County Park. I was a kid, and the next day the feds locked off the park. They had yellow tape. They had samples. Go look it up, dog. There's a UFO. You see that's called, North Bergen is where I'm from. That's called, I forget what it's called, but it's a circular building. So they did so much coke in there in the 80s, they called it the grinder. That's what they called it, because it was shaped like the Stonehenge. The Stonehenge. I have a couple friends that lived there. People that lived in that building have seen UFOs for fucking years. And if you go to YouTube, there's an actual North Hudson Park UFO. Wow. They dug up, they came out to there's a liquor store. And the liquor store guy says he's seen the lights. Mm-hmm. You heard like the organ music that they play. They landed. A couple Martians got out and took samples and got back in the thing and took off. There's a YouTube thing. There's a History Channel special about it. And I still remember being a young kid.
Did you find anything, Jamie?
That was what's popping up. All that stuff about that building and
no.
Is there anything that says a UFO landed?
That's the story I'm reading right now. Is what he's saying. Yeah.
And witnesses. It's not just one guy that says I know UFO. It's people who got knocked on the door and said, did you see anything at 11:10 at night? And they said, you know what? There were lights flashing outside. They contacted police departments to see if there was any. They went full. And the FBI came in, circled the park. It was by the Little League field in Hudson County. But it is, like you'd think it was Area 51. You'd think it was close to northern Las Vegas. The number one place to see UFOs is northern New Jersey. They even made a reference to it in The Sopranos when he said something. He goes, what are you talking about? Last week you said you seen a UFO in Hackensack. Because that's where they're at. Hackensack, Moonachie.
Right.
All those. You go to Moonachie, New Jersey. A lot of ugly people. A lot of people with big heads. The only good thing in Moonachie, New Jersey is fucking Segovia, Spanish restaurant. It's been there since 19 fucking Schlemensky. I don't know. But that's the only good thing about Moonachie. I think those people in Moonachie have been abducted. There you go. And they put them back as big-headed motherfuckers.
I need y'all to look how they put the truth in plain sight. This is in Vegas, right? Now, peep, that's an AI bot in the dome glass. Look.
Break out.
Look at the mitt. Like, it's surprised, like. I don't think y'all understand, yo.
Afterlife.
What did you just see? Bro, this whole thing was about transcending beyond the firmament, yo. And turning everybody different, yo. On everything. And this was inside of Vegas. And then when you seen, like, when he broke the glass, or it broke the glass, and it was looking like real surprised. This part right here, look. Watch this shit, y'all. Look at the surprise on the face. See that, right? Even to me, this is a little subliminal. Afterlife, Genesis. Like, that was a new beginning and some shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Wake up!
Was Kamala Harris wearing audio earrings during the presidential debate? That's what some social media users are accusing her of, claiming that Kamala could have broken debate rules by wearing an earpiece disguised as a pair of earrings. Some have even gone as far as finding a specific similar-looking earpiece that's been featured in tech articles, but there is no evidence to indicate this is the case, even if social media believes it. And one user even found a pair of ordinary Tiffany earrings which also look identical to the ones Kamala wore.
I mean, just give it up, y'all. She held her ground. She didn't fold like Joe Biden did. That's why they took him out and put her in, right? Now, this is just me being unbiased. Just take it. Trump didn't. I don't think he looked good out there. I don't think he did. I think he was rambling. I think he said a lot of nonsense that a lot of stuff we see on these videos. Trump's watching Segovia Reacts, right? He's saying things that we put on here, which a president really shouldn't be saying, y'all. Without no evidence, you got to be smart, right? You got to think how they think, because they're going to do the fact checks. We talked to an official and he said, of course, they're going to say no, right? But he's got to know that. You got to be ahead of the game and be smart that they're not going to know what the hell. 90% of America ain't going to know what that is, right? But that's where I think he messed up at, and he went on around a lot of rambling, a lot of rants. I mean, she didn't look that good. I didn't believe a word she was saying, right? But her supporters believed every word she was saying.
A video lasting over a minute was filmed by British researchers during a geological survey in the Indian Ocean. When the autonomous robot was lowered more than 1,100 meters deep into the seabed, it unexpectedly encountered a peculiar-shaped creature swimming in front of it. According to observations, this creature has a black body and a fairly symmetrical shape, resembling two axes fused together. While people were still speculating about what kind of creature it was, suddenly it transformed into a spherical shape with multiple glowing veins of surreal colors attached to a soft and flowing lower body like a piece of silk fabric. Not stopping there, after a few seconds of swimming in front of the camera, this creature suddenly darted away, then separated its body into two distinct pieces before disappearing into the dark water. It is known that this is a rare and unique video footage of this mysterious creature captured up to the present time, and its identity has yet to be determined.
I mean, look at that. Look at that picture right there. Doesn't it look like the space station in front of Earth? Right? Doesn't it? That looks like the space station right there. They're underwater, y'all. They're underwater. I'm a believer now. I'm a believer. Not a believer, a believer.
The fact that this is a fan-voted award,
You got this
and you
crap
voted for
right
this,
here.
I appreciate it so much. And if you are over 18, please register to vote for something else that's very important. Presidential election. I love you all so much.
We're all scratching our heads wondering, what could these things be?
500 feet deep, 600 feet wide. These are sinkholes at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
There's a whole new avenue of research. I mean, there's now a geological question in mind. How did they form? Why are they there specifically in the bedrock?
Wisconsin Maritime Museum Director Kevin Collin says theories range from the sinkholes being formed by glaciers to the depressions resulting from ages of intense pressure. Discovered by citizen scientists Brendan Baylott and Dusty Clifton of Wisconsin, the sinkholes are located within the National Marine Sanctuary along Wisconsin's lakeshore.
This is really what it's set up for, is to spark curiosity, to bring in scientists and technology to document this incredible resource, which is the Great Lakes and our section of the Great Lakes.
Collins says that only 15 to 20% of Lake Michigan's flora has been discovered, and that these findings will only increase that number.
That's the beauty of storytelling. It's the beauty of scientific inquiry, is that, you know, there's always new stones to be uncovered, unturned.
Ever wonder why America destroyed most of their covered bridges? Here's why. Covered bridges were designed to protect the wood.
That reminds me of the good old days of Call of Duty, right? Black Ops 2, some Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I don't even play Call of Duty no more. It's too much. This is what this clip takes me back to. That's kind of why I put it up.
In structure from the
Shouts out
elements.
to OG Call of
made
Duty.
them last longer. As technology advanced, materials like steel and concrete became more common. These materials were stronger and didn't need a cover to stay durable. Building and maintaining covered bridges was expensive. So in the early 20th century, America started phasing them out. Also, covered bridges could not keep up with the weight of modern traffic. The few that are left exist as historic landmarks.
What's this look like to y'all? What about right above my head? What's that look like? Guess what? It's the exact thing it looks like. Although it depends who you ask. This is Naka Cave, or pronounced otherwise as Naga Cave. This is a Naga. It's a half human, half snake. These Naga creatures were worshipped for a real time as real things that really existed. And in this Naga Cave, you see literally scales all over it. Y'all, they're obviously snakes. It's literally a cave of snakes. Giant ones that got petrified. If you want to look into it, Naka Cave, Macaying, Thailand. And here are some more pictures. There's literally snakes freaking everywhere. It's like a ton of those gigantic boa, those prehistoric giant snakes. It's like they were all in the same place and got petrified. Again, I say, they're lying to us about history. It's the same kind of stuff as the Devil's Tower literally being a tree trunk and Enoch talking about a giant angel with a giant axe cutting it down. There's petrified trees all over the place and they call them rocks. And don't even get me started on Himalayan salt mines. It's like our salt is literally petrified flesh of the Nephilim. Yeah, y'all call me crazy, but they're the ones who lie about literally everything. So what do y'all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And have you ever tried Himalayan salt? No reason I'm pointing at the meat. Have y'all tried it?
Who controls TikTok's algorithm?
China.
Who controls TikTok's algorithm in the United States?
China.
They can actually create different algorithms for different geographical regions, right? So now, if you know that woke culture is active among a certain demographic, and you know that TikTok is the most popular tool in that demographic, you can just shape that TikTok. You can even create algorithms that target specific age groups inside of the algorithm. So mom and dad don't even see that their 18 and 19 and 17-year-old child is getting this kind of content delivered to them.
Power plant idea. It's like really fascinating. It also points to an almost completely different line of thought in terms of generating power than we have in our modern times. We basically like, let's heat up water, turn it into steam, make the steam spin something, and then we can run magnets on the spinning thing and get electricity. This is a completely different mindset, which is really interesting.
This would have been free energy. This says there was a dome that was constructed around the pyramid.
Well, you'd have to build $1 billion, so it's not free.
Right. What I mean by it is his theory is that the pyramids would have put out whatever energy they created, in hypothesis, would have created this free energy that you could just get out of the air.
Oh, yes. Like thinking of Tesla's wireless transmission.
Exactly.
Of power. Yeah.
Exactly. Like his tower. What's his tower called?
Wardenclyffe Tower.
Wardenclyffe Tower. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was talking about actually ionizing a layer of the atmosphere into a very good conductor.
Why is this not?
No, it's annoying. Like, gas is natural, but they charge us for it. I mean, electricity, they get it from the sun, they get it from the wind, they get it from water, right? Wherever else they get it, but it's pretty much free, and they charge us, right?
Not being talked about, y'all. Now, y'all know they've been finding some crazy shit lately around the world, and they're also finding giant people, yo.
I'm a sucker for
like,
giants.
That's a giant mummy. So basically on the left side, this is like a sculpture, a new sculpture that was like found underneath the ground, yo. And then on the other side, these are mummies that they just recently found, yo.
Damn, look at that.
Now, what does that look like right there to y'all?
Big ass
Look
mummy.
at the bottom one. And no, this is not AI generated. Now, let me tell y'all one thing. Every single video or picture that you see is not always AI generated, yo. Now, I need y'all to wake up, because if y'all start thinking that everything is AI generated, then you're automatically lost forever. Think about what I'm saying, yo. Now, mind you, I know there's a lot of AI content and all that and everything, you feel me? But not everything. There's a lot of mysteries, y'all, that's being uncovered around the world right now. And it's time for y'all to wake up!
There's Xenon on Mars. What is Xenon? There's a chemical. The soil on Mars is supposedly enriched with xenon enough to, like, it's like, don't arbitrary number, 1,000 megatons of nuclear. It comes from nuclear explosions.
What?
So, and they said
That's
that the
where it comes
soil,
from?
they said that the soil on Mars is super packed with it.
Yo, imagine if Mars
There was
like
a nuclear
war on Mars.
where they just obliterated the whole planet.
How do you feel about the face?
The problem with the faces, it was a very low resolution camera, and it was convenient. And then when they went over it a second time, it's weird in the shape of it, but it didn't look like a face anymore.
So how do you feel about NASA having its own like photoshopping branch?
Do they?
There's people at NASA that Photoshop. You look at a picture of Mars, what color do you think it is?
It's like a dusty tan.
Like orange,
right?
Would you pull up the real pictures of Mars, what they actually look like without the fucking filter on them? Am I crazy?
What is
Check
Mars
it
actually,
out.
Well,
I'm gonna have to look into those pictures.
She say tip it over. I don't think you get it. You see these little motherfuckers right here? These are called face recognition drones. See, these has been out the way. You know, that was the first step. That was back in like 90s they started this right here. This was gonna pull up, but they advanced now. You dig what I'm saying? You push one of them motherfuckers over, you gonna have a flock of these moving, coming. On top of, yeah, Murphy's pulling up. We in that world. It's prepping you for the world we're living in. It ain't gonna just be no little RDDC walking around, look like a little nanny robot. That's what you talking about. Nah, we in a world where they put that in play. It's big dogs coming. The cyber world. We in Terminator, Demolition Man type shit going on. You see this? They can put little bombs on if they want to, but it comes straight to your face. It already gave you warning. This is what they backup look like. You know what I'm saying? You want to call backup or no? Which one you want to do? Let me know. because this is where we going with it, people. So yeah, you want to push it over if you want. I'm sure laws are gonna be like, that's a first felony. It might be able to kill on sight. Who knows? But hey, who knows what this is?
Underground city, the massive underground military complex that's in Antarctica that's kept off limits. Like if you go there on a cruise with your family, you will only be allowed to see a portion of Antarctica. You will not be allowed to see any further. As whistleblowers have pointed out for decades, they have been involved with managing interstellar trade out of Antarctica, according to Navy whistleblowers.
When you look at the moon images, it's undeniable a dome structure on the moon. Now, that came from the Apollo 11 video, so it wasn't an old photoshopped image or anything anybody could touch up. It came directly from the archives from a downloaded video stream of the limb coming back to the command module. When you look at the moon, those craters are never in any particular angle. In other words, if I'm free floating through space and I've got things coming at me, it would hit an angle and then make a track until it comes to a point where it stops, and then it would create a crater. All these things are straight down, perfectly straight down. And guess what we found out? Underneath the surface of the moon, there appears to be some gigantic metallic or beam-like structures 30 meters beneath the surface. In the black box audio from Apollo 11, one of the astronauts, I believe it was Neil, said, "Look at those convex domes down there." Then he says, "I bet the people down there never get out." And that's on the redacted, printed statement. They didn't.
BB1, I'm going to step into test matrix 1.
Doesn't that look like the water video we just saw? This supposedly walking on space, right? I had to throw it in here. It just looks so fake, but
Single-handed mobility demonstration.
Commander Jared Isaacman now emerging
Copy,
from...
review and test matrix 1, watching from the nose cone.
it's just so stiff. Why can't you like grab it and there's not even somebody in there? It's just a mannequin. That's just a mannequin. But see what $1 billion gets you, right? It gets you to walk in space. Not NASA, not the president didn't give clearance for this. All the nations around the world gave permission for this guy to do this. No, $1 billion. Right? I'm about to get a new house, right? We're about to move. I just found out the interest rate is different. You can buy down your interest rate. Money, y'all. Money controls. You got enough money, you can go to space. You can go walk on the moon if you have enough money. You don't got to ask permission from nobody.
Is about your body. The two witnesses that are spoken of in the book of Revelation are the pineal gland in your brain and the pituitary gland, the master gland in your brain. Did you know that? And that all of the fighting that goes on and all of the different nations and the rivers and the seas all deal with your endocrine system of your body and that which is the upheaval in your body. And God, through revelation in the hidden mysteries of the East, is giving you directions on how you can put all of this together and how you can get your body and your mind in harmony. Peace to all through Christ and through this new age of love. Isn't it? I mean, doesn't that make sense? Or must we continue the drug culture? Fill the jails, fill the insane asylums, fill the violence, the poverty, the stress, the drugs, and all of the things that are part of what we call our Christian country. I tell people in church, for God's sake, stop being a Christian, be a Christ. Unless you have at least a minimal acquaintance with numerology. Because the Bible was not written by people from Pittsburgh. The Bible was written by the ancient Eastern people, and they knew numerology. They dwelled in the numbers of the zodiac. They dwelled in all various numbers that had meanings. Let me give you a quick rundown so you get an idea what I'm talking about. Hidden meanings. The number 1 means God, the Logos.
You mean they've been keeping this a secret this whole time and no one's ever found it? That is, until Jim Carrey risked everything just to say this.
Is that a gang sign? Have you, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is. I have no idea. You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. We don't know. All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah. What is it? Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. For
Everybody's
years
all
now,
clapping.
talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at him trying to cover it up. It's hilarious, hilarious. And
CERN is the Large Hadron Collider. It's the largest machine in the world. It's out of Switzerland, and they speed up particles close to the speed of light. Basically, in essence, creating wormholes, in my opinion. That's what they're doing. They're creating wormholes. And that's how they discovered the God particle, the Higgs boson, right? I think as they were conducting these experiments, and there's their logo, 666, right? They're trying to figure out how the universe was created, right? Why do they have a statue of a pagan goddess on their facility, a statue of Shiva? Shiva is used in the Hindu faith to destroy, destruction for construction, meaning destroy the existing so that Brahman can come and rebuild. This machine has the ability to unravel the entire universe. Okay, that's the type of technology you're playing with. That you could literally destroy the universe, unravel it completely. I would simply state, if you look at the rituals that they've done, they have the ceremony they did in the tunnel, demonic shit, bro. Okay, dressing with goat horns and naked women. What does this have to do with science? World leaders were there.
I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently there's a startup company. It's called Buy Sunlight.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's real. 100%
It is real?
It's very real.
If it's dark outside, you can literally purchase sunlight, and what it does, it gives you a map, and then you click where your house is, or you can do a friend's house, and a satellite pivots to where it imitates the sun.
Yeah.
And you can literally purchase for your house to get direct sunlight at night.
The first people that purchase it, you're going to have 30 minutes or something, and it's like 5 kilometers. So it's like not just your house.
Oh, you're affecting
also
everyone.
Like
yeah.
like at 3 a.m., you could literally just have like full on sunlight and just prank your neighbors or something.
What are some
It's weird.
circumstances in which you would want to do that outside of pranking your buddy?
I want them to do the opposite. It's like 5 o'clock after work, and I want to go to bed early, but I also want to have people over for a fire. It's like, just turn the light off.
What if they can't control the magnitude of the sun reflection, and it's like
dies.
ants with a magnifying glass, like literally lights us on fire?
Just gone.
Google used to say that R. Kelly and Jay-Z's Fiesta music video was filmed on Epstein Island. And when people found this out, it had people going absolutely crazy. And this is something that will stick in my mind forever, because why would they have put that this Fiesta video was filmed on Epstein Island?
Because it was. That's why they put it. We didn't know what it was back then.
And after all of this started gaining so much traction, Google actually fixed it, and now it says that it was filmed in Florida. After all of this information started to go so viral, Jay-Z's videographer of the music video Fiesta ended up addressing the fact that this video was not filmed on Epstein Island and it was filmed in Florida. When this information about the Fiesta music video started to go super viral all over, this man right here on Twitter said that on July 7th, 2023, he posted a video about it that ended up going viral. And then on July 14th, 2023, Jay-Z's videographer actually reached out to him, telling him that this video was not shot on Epstein Island. And then this man alleged that the next day, on July 15th, 2023, Google removed their statement about the Fiesta video being filmed on Epstein Island. And even this post right here that this man wrote about the situation still went viral at 9.4 million views. And it was because a lot of people couldn't understand, where was Google getting the information that the Fiesta video was filmed on Epstein Island? And honestly, I still don't understand this to this day. And I think it's absolutely crazy that Google even had this information out of all people dealing with R. Kelly, saying that this video took place on Epstein Island. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
You ever seen the Alaska Boneyard on Instagram?
No, I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Jamie, pull that up. So he has this piece of land. He's a gold miner in Alaska. He's a great character. And he has this amazing piece of land that they've pulled out thousands of bones and tusks and woolly mammoths and animals that weren't even supposed to exist in that area.
Yeah.
They have absolute proof of these things existing.
Right.
Different cats and short-faced bears. And what he's doing up there is all his.
Yeah.
This is his property.
Incredible.
So he's got it all documented. He's got warehouses. He spent millions of dollars doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And his one area, it's only a few acres.
So imagine what's really up there.
Imagine what's really up there.
Yeah.
And what he thinks is there was a mass die-off that probably happened instantaneously, and all these things got swept in the water and washed down into this one particular area where they collected, and that's where he's finding them.
Gotcha.
And there's also mass die-offs in places. And my friend John Reeves...
This looks crazy.
It's headed right fucking for it.
Why do you think the house was so unusually cleaned the day that Kurt's body was found?
Well, again, I just speculate that they knew that the police were going to be there and going through the house, and they didn't want something found that they weren't aware of. They went through, cleaned the house up really good, made sure nothing illegal could be found. Police are going through the house. And as it turns out, there was that illegal rohypnol that Dylan and I found. So I certainly didn't know it was there. They were making sure that everything was illegal, or any illegal substances that might have been around were out of the house.
It's one of the things that really blows my mind about all of this stuff is that most of these mysteries that we're seeing now, like the engineering stuff, these ancient maps, we only realized they were mysteries by the time we got into the 1800s. It took us so long to develop our technology and our species to really only like 100, 150 years ago, where we could actually look at stuff and go, oh, this is a challenge, like this is a problem. We developed our industrial base to the point where we can understand the engineering difficulties in this only 150 years ago. We've only recently developed our capability enough to the point where we can look at this stuff and say, oh, it's a mystery. So there has to have been something else going on back in the past.
Good morning. Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
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 Taylor Swift is not a psyop. Taylor Swift is not a psyop. Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Not everybody here on this planet has a soul. In fact, a lot of them are just projections of program, and that's all they care about is regurgitating the program that they have been created by artificial intelligence to spout, because they don't have any real intelligence. And how you tell the difference is a human being has the ability to change, and a messenger cannot change. A messenger has a different soul than a human being. The messengers are here, program artificial intelligence. The messengers are here to tempt and sway people who have souls. And they do it quite effectively. But when you go back to roots, the way you tell if you're a human being or just a messenger, a co-opted bot of artificial intelligence, is you can change. A human being has the ability to change its mind.
People mention that they shipped all the steel over to China. Not all of it.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the other 9/11 memorials.
The other, I've been to the main ones on Ground Zero.
There's 9/11 memorials all over the country. This might be a JT exclusive, guys. I don't think anybody's ever put this together in a video except for your boy over here. Let's check this out. All right. First of all, I'll just set it up right there. You see what you're looking at right there. That's a steel beam from the World Trade Centers stuck through a globe, and this is over at NORAD. But now I'm going to just kind of show you a little montage of all these things all around the country. Of course, I had to put the spooky music in. Sorry, guys. This is this one. I mean, I want to say it looks like a cigarette butt or a cigar. There's another beam. So this is all around the United States. Is beams from the World Trade Centers displayed in some kind of grotesque fashion where they're all just bent up, rusted, destroyed looking. Tell me that honors somebody. I don't think that it does. I mean, like, is anybody else in the chat? What do you guys think? Do you guys think this looks like this is... Have you ever seen these, Jeremy?
I have not.
So these things are all over the country. Look, I mean, they're literally just beams that are just destroyed. And they're just, I mean, like, look at that. So is that supposed to be some honor, some victim in 9/11? These are all over the country. Look at that.
There's the tuning fork.
Yeah. I mean, so look at that. On a pentagram.
I didn't notice that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all over the place. I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those? See those beams like this? This last one's pretty crazy looking.
No, it is something.
I mean, yeah. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Does that honor anyone?
I think the only thing it does is honor the evil of the ritual by continually tricking an unsuspecting and naive public to pay homage to something they don't even understand.
Like, when I look at that, it's funny. For one, it looks like, you know, it's a what is it, a Pentagon? What I see right there, to me, it looks like somebody put a cigar out in an ashtray. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So, like, when you see that, I mean, look how awkwardly it's put in there. It's like, it looks like trash. It is trash. It's this burn up steel, and it's displayed like, to me, it reminds me of, like, you hear stories about Braveheart, where they say, like, when William Wallace was killed, they drew and quartered him, and they took different parts of him and they took him across the empire of England or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this looks like. This is the victor destroyed this monument, and then they displayed all the wreckage all around the country. This does not honor anyone.
We have a lot of...
What do you guys think? I mean, it's, I don't want to sound bad, but I think it looks pretty cool, right? Now, who knows if those are actual pieces from the actual trade centers, right? That we don't know. But if it is, I mean, I think it makes you remember the day. Now, honoring people, that I don't think, but I think personally, you know, it's pretty cool to see. I don't want to sound bad because that sounds bad, right? Maybe this guy's right. That's not a good thing to have out there, because I think it's pretty cool, but that doesn't do nothing positive of that, right? So I'm gonna shut up.
Proof. Okay. There's a lot of hidden proof and suppressed proof too, but the proof that we can get access to, just travel to the 33rd degree parallel of the Earth, and you'll find megalithic city after megalithic city as you go around the globe on planet Earth. At certain points on that 33rd degree parallel, for whatever reason they chose that parallel, I think it's because of the magnetic field from the Earth there, they've harnessed the power of that, and they've built megalithic cities all around that 33rd degree parallel. I mean, you can get to Teotihuacan, right? Then you can go over to the Bosnian Pyramid, the pyramids at Giza, Japan, China. I mean, you can just keep going. On that parallel, you're going to find, you know, Baalbek. They're all on that path. And these sites, when you go to them and you go visit them in person like I have, you begin to realize how magnificent the architecture is and how incredible the technology must have been to move these things. They have this, these stones that some of them are 15, 20 tons. Some of these stones, we don't even have machines today that can move one of these stones. And yet these people, these primitive people with copper chisels and chicken bones somehow removed them from
chicken bones. I like you threw that chicken bone in there.
That's what they say. They harvested them from the quarry.
Yeah, with chicken bones.
And with chicken bones, and then took them hundreds of miles in some cases, and then hoisted them up and built a magnificent structure with no blueprints.
43,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Boom!
Into 2 mile thick ice. Let me ask you a question. Have you heard of the Carolina Bays?
No.
This is a great one because this ties into that. All up and down the East Coast, it's not just the Carolina. There are literally millions of these geological features. They're literally bays. They're elliptical bays. The whole landscape's littered with them. We started to notice them with the advent of aerial photography, and then when we started doing LiDAR flyovers, we start to see them under everything.
What do they think these are?
So there's been some debate, and one of the mainstream opinions is that they're wind and sand, Aeolian lacustrine solution created. None of the experiments along the lines of wind can back this up. The interesting thing about these is that they're all oriented in a specific direction. Here's the theory that comes out about the Carolina Bays, is that there was a massive impact into the ice.
We know in science that there's more than one dimension. This is what they say now. All of them say it. There's more than one dimension. My question is, do you not think there might be something living in that dimension? This is where the dangers of technology like CERN, we don't fully understand. I think they may be opening wormholes to parallel dimensions where that demonic realm may be able to come into our realm with their powers. The power to shapeshift, the power to travel faster than the blink of an eye and bring you back objects. We know this from Solomon. They helped Solomon construct his temple. He used to command the demonic realm to jump into the deepest parts of the ocean and bring out pearls the size of tennis balls. He decorated his temple with these jewels. We know that they can shapeshift from the story of Cain. We know that they can inspire thought and attack us, what you would call telepathy, to project thoughts into our minds. That little cartoon with the angel and the devil on your shoulder, that's real. They follow us everywhere we go. They know how we think, they know what we talk, they know what we speak. It's that thought that you think is yours. It's not.
Well, there you go. That guy just solved how they built all those pyramids and moved 30-ton stones, right? They were dipping in and out of other dimension, bringing beings over here that can move them in the blink of an eye at the speed of light. Did I just solve it? Should we go viral now? Anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction today. I had a blast doing it. Love the Cave fam. Appreciate all the love you guys showed and all the love you guys have been showing. And be sure, if you made it this far, leave a like, leave a comment, say what's up. Subscribe, y'all. If you're new here, we do daily uploads. Try to. I've been running into some problems lately, but we're leaving that in the past and we're moving on, y'all. Hope everyone out there has a good day today. I got some things to do. I got to go clean my yard a little bit. I'm going to sign up out of here. Segovia, signing out of the Man Cave. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on the next reaction. Later.